Hello everyone, welcome back. It's about 25 degrees today, middle of January. Nice, lovely, brisk day. What I'm going to talk to you about today is the barn. A lot of my videos, you'll see me in the barn, around the barn, woodshed, various other things. But I built this barn in 2007. And other than some help, a couple of days, maybe a total of 8 to 10 hours, I built every bit of it by myself. It's built out of hemlock, maple, and pressure treated material. It is 24 by 39 feet long. Yeah, well, wanting the metal roofing to work out right. It has a hayloft, as you can see up there. That little door was made to load and unload hay out of. It does not have electricity. It's just a post and beam barn, basically. What happened was I bought this place. There was a log barn stood right there, and it stood there is a good description. It barely stood there because it was falling, and I tore it down and graded this spot out with a tractor and a back blade, scraper blade, and built this barn. It took me 18 months to build this barn. I was working, farming, and I worked on the barn when I could, and like I said, I've done it all pretty much myself. But the way I built it, and it's a barn, so it's full of junk and everything. It's a dirt floor. They are, as you can see, it's kind of a modified post and beam, if you will. We got 6x6 pressure treat uprights. I think they're every 10 feet. About 2 feet in the ground, concreted. Dug all those holes by hand. And then I've got 2x6 hemlock laminated beams, hand-built laminated beams. Then everything's braced. And then it is vertically boxed with sawmill hemlock is the species. The floor of the loft is floored out of maple. All the framing is hemlock, and all the bracing and everything is hemlock. Everything in the ground is pressure treated. Like I said, it was you can see the hay loft here. It's kind of a half loft through the hallway here, and then a loft up there. But it was built primarily just for storage and putting hay in. I just needed a place to put some stuff, so that's what it's being used for now. But I built it pretty much, like I said, by myself. Not pretty much, I built it by myself. I had a little help. A couple questions I always get about the barn is the way it's boxed. In other words, the siding on it, if you will. Why I boxed it the way I did, and there's a couple of reasons. Vertically is just to tie all the beams and bracing together, and all the 45 on each corner is just to help strengthen the corners. That's all that's there for. And of course that's why it's not been painted. It's just a weathered barn. Interesting thing is, I had some trees here on the property that were damaged and whatnot, but they were big enough for saw logs and suitable for saw logs. And so what I done was I cut them into logs, got them out, and took them to a sawmill and traded it for most of the material in this barn. What I wound up basically is having to buy the fasteners, the nails, and the screws the metal roofing and the pressure treated material, and everything's braced and nailed. It's a good sturdy barn. It serves a purpose. You know, it's not still 11 years later, it's not completely finished. There's still things I need to do to it, should do to it, various other things, but I've not. And like I said, it's just a barn, and I'm no carpenter, I'm no engineer. I just sketched it out on a, and it may be obvious by looking at it that I'm no carpenter. I just sketched it out on a napkin basically and built it. But that's what it is. It's just a multi-use building. I did build it. Like I said, it's served me well. The idea is to eventually put a equipment shed on the upper side, just an open shed to park the trailers. As you can see, the trailers and some equipment, and to build, I did mention it's 25 degrees today, so it's a little chilly out here, and to build a shed out here to cover this equipment. But we will get to that as we can. But yeah, some people ask about it. I thought I'd show it to you. It's nothing spectacular. It's about 16 feet tall in the middle. I think the height of it, like I said, it's 24 by 39 is the footprint of it. And I drove every nail in that by hand. So it serves me well. As far as what I got into it in it, I don't remember, but I was probably out of pocket 10 years ago, maybe $2 grand total. You know, of course, I traded logs for the sawmill lumber, and all the framing and boxing and flooring is sawmill stuff, rough sawmill stuff. So anyhow, that was just thought I'd show that to you. Had a couple questions about it. If you like our stuff, like us, comment, subscribe to us, check out our Facebook page. I've got several upcoming videos, or videos that I want to make coming up. I'm gonna be doing some stuff on apple trees, fruit trees, and I'm gonna be doing a lot on spring tillage, and also probably sometime this week I'm gonna try to do one on felling a tree. The way I do it, kind of the key points. There's a past video cutting next year's firewood, I think the name of it is, where I cut a tree down, but I don't get into the particulars on how I cut it down, and we may get into that. But that's the barn. That barn there has got to be torn down. That's an old tobacco barn, and it's falling, and I've got to get it torn down sometime pretty soon. So, like I said, subscribe to us, check us out, let us know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye.